Hey everyone, welcome back to 1 Cent Sports Cards YouTube channel. Today we are doing another set review, and this time it is of Donruss's flagship chromium set, Donruss Optic, one of the most popular Donruss sets of the year. So let's see how good this set is, how good it lines up to other sets from 2020, and we will find out if this is a set that you should be investing in or holding on or staying away from. So without further ado, guys, let's get right into it. So here it is, the 2020 Donruss Optic set guide and review. Now what we try to get to is the exclusive Sensational Set Ranking. This is one of the most complete rankings that you will find on any YouTube channel that does set reviews. What I do is I break the set down into 10 different categories and give them a score of 1 to 10 in each category. We then add all those scores up, which will give us a final Sensational Set Ranking score, which will allow us to see how good this set is compared to other sets in the 2020 baseball card season. So what do we cover off on? Well, first it's going to be the set highlights. What does Donruss 2020 Optic have to offer for this year? We'll go into all the different buying formats that you can get this. There's tons of them. We are also going to look at the key cards in this set. We will look at the inserts and autos. You'll notice there are no relics in Donruss Optic. And then we will get into what teams we should be targeting in breaks. So obviously some teams are better. I've got 2 great sleepers, so stay tuned for that. We'll quickly cover off on who should be collecting this set, who should stay away, what are the positives of the set, what are the negatives, and that brings us to our 1 cent sensational set rating. And that is where we're going to find out how good Donruss Optic really is. Then we'll look at all of the sets that we have reviewed to date to see how it is ranking among all the other sets in the 2020 baseball card season. So we're going to jump right in, guys. So Donruss Optic, here are the highlights. First of all, the first thing you need to know is it is a chromium take on the Donruss flagship set. It is in its 5th year of production, so it started in 2016, and it is the same design as the Donruss baseball product that came out, I believe it was back in early March. Only difference, it's got a chromium paper stock. There are 200 cards in the set list, which consists of 100 veterans, 66 rookies. That's a ton of rookies for a 200 card set. There are 30 Diamond Kings, and we have 4 All-Star cards to round out the set. Big thing about Donruss Optic, all of the autos are on card, which is a big plus, especially for Panini. Another fun thing for this year, there are 4 hot boxes per case. Now, this breaks down in a couple different ways. You can get a hot box which has 5 autos in it, or you can get a hot box which has 20 parallels. So either way you win there. There's a ton of parallels in this set. They have also included new for this year 2 ultra rare insert sets. They're called the Stars and Stripes and the Fort Knox inserts. So there's 2 ultra rare inserts that we can chase in this set. There is a 14 color rainbow parallel. Now there's actually way more than that, but in the standard edition in the base set parallels, there are 14. We're going to go into what the other parallels are in a minute, but as a standard for the base, there are 14 color rainbow. And then one of the most exciting things about Donruss Optic this year is there are prospects with autos in many of the subsets. So there are a surprising amount of prospects in all of the subsets in the signature sets, so that is something we're definitely going to cover off on here a little bit more in detail. The other thing, tons of different retail options and hobby options for Donruss Optic, which is kind of neat. I like that they're doing more than just hobby boxes for hobby, and then of course we have the mega boxes, all sorts of different things. We'll cover off on that in just a minute. So you can't talk about Donruss Optic without talking about all the different parallels. There are a ton of them. However, for the base set, and this is what I had just mentioned a couple seconds ago, there are 14 different parallels that you can pull. The most common being the hollow, and then we go all the way down to gold vinyl. There is an eagle 1 of 1, which is pretty cool. A lot of these other ones you've probably seen before. They do have the black stars, which is numbered to 125. However, if you buy into some of these different formats, especially in hobby, you can get some different looking parallels. So for example, the first off the line parallels, there's a bunch of Pandora ones, and you get the cracked ice, and you can get a blue, green, or red cracked ice in the first off the line. Now those boxes, they came out about a week ago. Those are something that you buy directly through Panini's website. So you may have seen some of those already hitting the market in the secondary market. And then there are the choice hobby boxes, and we'll cover off on what's included in those. But some really cool looking parallels in there. The red dragon, the green dragon, there's a Liberty one and a Freedom one. And then we also have our retail parallels, which are kind of standard and kind of a carryover from 2019. You get the Carolina blue and whites, the lime green, which I think is new for this year. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And then there's the pink and the red wave. So those are all the different parallels we can get. This is a huge rainbow you can collect. So how do we collect them all? Well, let's cover off on the buying formats. For hobby, first and foremost, we have the hobby box. The hobby box, it comes with 20 packs, 4 cards per pack. So that is 80 total cards. Current price is really kind of hovering around $115, but if on blowout right now, I think it's about $118. So the cost per card on that is going to be $1.47. So a little expensive, especially for a Donruss product. But what you do get is the 2 on-card autos. You are guaranteed to get 10 prism parallels and 20 inserts. So tons of fun stuff that you're going to find in these packs. Then there is the first off the line. Now these have already been released, but you can buy them on some distributor websites and whatnot. What that comes with is 2 packs only, 12 cards, so only 24 total cards, and the current price on those is right around $200. So that gets your cost per card all the way up to $8.33, but you are guaranteed to get 3 on-card autos, and one of those is guaranteed to be one of the exclusive the exclusive parallels that you can get only in first off the line. You are guaranteed to get 1 cracked ice prism, 20 Pandora prisms, so every card is basically a parallel prism, and then you do get the exclusive teal velocity, the cracked ice black, and the Pandora parallels, which you can only find in first off the line. Then you have the choice hobby box, which gets even more crazy. That only has 1 pack, 10 cards per pack, so 10 total cards, and the cost on that is $300. So cost per card, $30. Insane if you ask me for a Donruss product. What you are guaranteed to get though is 3 on-card autos, 2 silver prisms, and then 5 choice exclusive prisms. That's the red and the green dragon, the Liberty, and the Freedom. So those are our hobby formats. But if you're looking for something a little bit more affordable, you can always go to retail. So in retail, what you're going to get is the blaster box. You've got 7 packs in the blaster box, 4 cards per pack, plus 1 3-card bonus pack. So 31 total cards for $20. Cost per card on that, 65 cents. You are guaranteed to get 2 silver prisms, and that bonus pack will have 3 pink prisms, which are exclusive to the blaster boxes only. Then you will also be able to get the mega box. Now, when are the mega boxes going to be released? Not really sure. Could be as soon as this releases tomorrow, which will be Wednesday. I believe that's the 22nd. Or it could be shortly thereafter. However, what the mega box will get you: 10 packs, 4 cards per pack, plus 2 4-card bonus packs. So 48 total cards will be $40. Cost per card on that, 83 cents, but you will get an auto out of it. So you can get an auto, and keep in mind it will be an on-card auto. And you do get the 8 Carolina blue and white or red wave prisms. That's kind of the difference between Walmart and Target mega boxes. So be on the lookout for those. Then you can also get a fat pack. Now the fat pack is going to have 16 cards plus a plus 4 bonus cards per pack. So 20 total cards for $10. Your cost per card on that 50 cents, which is going to be your lowest cost per card. So the fat pack is a pretty good deal. What you are guaranteed to get in that is the 4 lime green cards. So the lime green, and I think we've got a picture of what those look like. And then don't forget, there's probably going to be more figurations coming. What those are, we'll just have to watch the retail outlets to see what they are. So, what are the key cards? Oh yeah, and speaking of lime green, that's what the lime green card is going to look like, that Ronald Acuna Jr. over there. Really cool looking design. So, with the key cards for Donruss Optic. First of all, with base, we do have the rated rookies, obviously. So the Bo Bichette's going to be a big one. That's card 37. You got Gavin Lux in there, Jordan Alvarez. There is a Luis Robert rated rookie, which will be new. They did not, well, no, they did have that in the base Donruss. And then I believe the Mike Trout All-Stars is a pretty sweet card as well. That's card number 197. And when we get into the parallels, the autos, there are no relics in here, but short prints, inserts, all of that stuff. So there is the fireworks signatures. Now that is loaded with prospect autos. And keep in mind, they are on-card autos. Then we also have the Fort Knox and Stars and Stripes ultra rare inserts. Those are probably going to be case hits, or at least half case hits. I think you'll find one of each in a case. So those are going to be fun to chase. Then we also have the rated prospects inserts, which is another place where we can find more prospect autos and prospects within the larger Donruss Optic set. Don't forget, there are Jason Dominguez and Bobby Witt Jr. rated prospect autos in this set. So we've got Jason Dominguez, Bobby Witt, other big names too, like Julio Rodriguez, tons of names on the prospect list. And we've got the retro 1986 signatures, which includes more prospects, plus Hall of Famers, plus rookies. So just loaded with all sorts of different autos and whatnot throughout this set. And finally, there's a very cool stained glass insert, which I think most people are gonna love the look of that insert card as well. So, speaking of inserts, let's cover off on those real quick. First of all, we've got the Fort Knox, which is that ultra rare. There are only 10 cards in them. Now, they are not numbered, but they are going to be basically a case hit. There is the Mythical Checklist, which is a carryover from last year. It does have a hollow gold and gold vinyl parallel. There's Optic Illusions, which is, again, not a new subset for 2020 Donruss Optic, but there will be 15 cards in that set with the same parallel breakdown. The rated prospects, that's going to have 20 cards with the same parallel breakdown, and also the retro 1986, that's going to have 25 cards. There are more inserts. There's the stained glass, which we mentioned just a second ago. There are the Stars and Stripes, which will be the other ultra rare insert. So if you pull one of those, going to be a very tough card to pull, but very fun card to pull as well. 10 cards in that subset. And then finally, we have the rookies, which you see over to the left, which there are 10 cards in that with a parallel breakdown of hollow, gold, and gold vinyl. Now on to the autographs. The first one is going to be the fireworks signatures. There are 32 cards in that. The fireworks signatures, I think, are going to be are going to steal the show a little bit. Just a very fun signature set. So we've got 32 cards in that. You can get parallels of hollow gold and gold vinyl. Then there is the highlight signatures, which you see over to the right. Tons of different parallel breakdowns. I won't go into all those, but basically you can hit all sorts of different parallels on those. You've got the Optic autographs, which will be kind of one of your standards that you will probably find to be a little bit more common. There's going to be 38 cards in that set. And we have the rated prospect signatures. So being that we see such a large breakdown on the numbers, I think pulling these rated prospects will be fairly easy, which I think is going to be really fun. So continuing on in autographs, we've got the rated rookie signatures. So again, 61 cards in that set. And you can see the Bo Bichette over there. Just a beautiful, beautiful card. And you can see we have a large rainbow of parallels that you can pull for the rated rookie signatures. There are the retro 1986 signatures. Those are only available as a holo parallel, but there are 44 cards in that set. Probably see those pulled fairly commonly as well. Then you've got the Pandora version of the retro 1986 signatures. There's actually 50 cards in that set. Keep in mind that was from the first off the line set. And then finally, there is the Signature Series, one of the more common autograph subsets that you will find in Donruss Optic, and you can see the parallel breakdown there. So, with all that being said, we've got inserts, we've got parallels, we've got a 200 card checklist. There's all sorts of different cards you can pull. We've got prospects, Hall of Famers. So what are the teams that we should be targeting in these breaks? Well, I've got a few that are sleepers, and I've got others that if you get lucky enough at the right price, I think you are going to strike some pretty good results by following these teams. First one, the Chicago White Sox. They have 9 base cards, which if you think about that, out of a 200 card set, so they own 5% of the checklist, and there are 4 rookie cards in those base cards. And they also have the most, tied for the most autos out of all the teams that you could buy in this break. And 2 of them are Luis Robert. So the Chicago White Sox probably going to be going pretty high, but if you can get them at the right price, or if you get them in a random team break, I would definitely hold on the White Sox. And then kind of a sneaky team here, you guys. I've got the Cleveland Indians. This would be one of my sleeper teams. I do not believe you're going to see them go in the top 5. I believe that you could easily make a trade for them in a random team break, but they do have 8 base cards. 4 of them are rookie cards, and they have a surprising amount of autos. They've got 13 autos total overall. Not huge names in them, but there are some prospect autos and whatnot. Plus, you've got the rookie autos, so you could make some hay there, and I believe you could do it at a fairly inexpensive price. Then you have the Houston Astros. Houston Astros, people are a little bit cold on them because of Trash Can Gate and all that other stuff, but they are still a great team to get in breaks. In Optic, they have 8 base cards. 3 of them are rookie cards, and they've got 12 total autos, and some of those autos are really good names, including Alvarez. Then we have the New York Yankees, which obviously the Yankees, almost every time you're in a break, if you get the Yankees, you're doing okay. But the Yankees have Jason Dominguez as an auto in this set, and they have 13 autos overall. So I believe the Yankees are going to be, if not the highest priced team, they will be near that. So if you get them in a random break or something, definitely hold on to the Yankees. Then another sleeper team, guys. Don't miss out on the Mariners. They've got 14 autos in this, and almost all of them are prospects. Jared Kalenic, Julio Rodriguez, some very good names, and I think that if you get the Mariners, that is a sneaky good team to get and a sneaky good team to make a trade for. So definitely don't sleep on the Mariners. And then finally, we have the Tampa Bay Rays. Again, another team you might be able to trade for in a break. They have 15 different autos as well in this set. Obviously, you've got like Blake Snell, but there's also a Wander auto that you can pull out of this set. So another team that I think if you can make trades for, or you could even get it at the right price on like an eBay break, something like that, the Tampa Bay Rays, probably not going to be in your top 3, top 5 most expensive teams. So definitely the Tampa Bay Rays as well. So who should be collecting this set? First of all, I think obviously Chrome collectors. It's Panini's flagship Chrome set. That goes without saying. Then we have the Rainbow Chasers. So it's a fun and challenging rainbow for lots of different reasons. One, you got to buy into lots of different formats. There's lots of low-numbered cards. And at the end of the day, there's basically about 30 different parallels of most of the base cards. So the other one I would say is auto collectors. You've got a reasonable price for on-card autos, and the auto checklist is relatively good. There is some filler, I'm not going to lie, with 66 different rookies. That sounds good, but keep in mind a lot of rookies are rookies and they stay in the league for not that long. But overall, reasonably priced set. and they are on-card autos, and it's a recognizable set. Retail shoppers, you guys should be all over this set. Plenty of affordable options. You've got the mega box that you're going to be guaranteed auto for 40 bucks. Really kind of a fun one, and I think those fat packs are going to be sneaky good this year as well. Also, we've got rookie card chasers. You've got all the big rookie names. Now, I said, and we're also including Jason on this because that will be Donruss's first Jason Dominguez card. So, and not only that, you're going to see Bobby Witt. You're going to see all sorts of different cards. And we've got all the rookies. So rookies, prospects, definitely want to be looking into Donruss Optic. And that's kind of what I'm getting into on this next one with the prospect collectors. So you can keep in mind, you can get a lot of on-card autos from these people. And this set is one of Panini's Panini Donruss. It's one of their most recognizable sets. It's a pretty well-respected set. But there are also people that shouldn't be collecting this. First and foremost, if you like relics, relic patches, also relic patch signatures, you're not going to find any of that in this set. So stay away if that is something that you like chasing. We say it every time with Donruss and Panini sets. If you like logos, you're not going to get any in here. A lot of people feel strongly about that, others not so much. But if you're a logo loyalist, definitely stay away. The other one that I would say is if you're fishing for big hits, the pack odds, because of this set being a mass-produced set, you're gonna spend a lot of money trying to find the big hits in this. But that being said, there's plenty of fun stuff to be had. It may not be worth it. It may not be the $1,000 card, but can you find a $50 card? Can you find a $100 card? Probably not going to be hard to do that. So keep that in mind. Speculators, I think you should stay away generally because the Topps Chrome set is going to hold a little bit more value than this because of the logo stuff, because of the Topps name. But don't forget that there is a strong rookie lineup for 2020, plus the prospects in this. So, speculators, I have you on this list of who shouldn't collect, but I will leave that up to you. And then I would also say people that like low production sets. This set is going to have a very high print run. Chrome cards are all the rage. And this is going to be not only in hobby stores, but it's going to be in big box stores. So if you are someone that likes cards that aren't mass produced, this is a set you should definitely stay away from. So what are the positives? We'll get this wrapped up. First, I do think it's going to be a very fun set to open with something fun in almost every pack. There are all sorts of different inserts. There's all sorts of different parallels. Every pack is going to have something fun to open, very much like the original Donruss product that came out earlier this year. And I do think that because it is the Optic set, that it is one of Panini's more popular baseball sets. They are so big in basketball and football and all that, but baseball they have a little bit harder time because they don't have the logos. But Optic definitely can hold its own up against Topps. I also think that some of the parallel designs are very imaginative. The Red Dragon stuff looks amazing. So, some of them just look, they just look amazing. And Panini has always done a good job of that. The other thing is you can get on-card autos. That's always been my knock with Donruss and Panini is there's so many sticker autos. But these will be on-card autos and they are at an affordable price. And on top of that, many of the autos are prospects. So if you're speculating on prospects, this is a great set to buy in on. You've also got a ton of different buying options that have exclusives, which makes that rainbow chase a little bit more fun. So if you get first on the line, you're going to get stuff that is exclusive to that. If you're getting hobby, there's stuff exclusive to there. Retail, exclusive stuff over there. So just fun all the way around. Also like that there's actually 2 ultra rare insert sets, not just one. So that will be a fun both of those will be fun subsets to collect. And the big thing, there are also 4 hobby boxes per case. Now I think a case comes with 20 boxes, so 1 in 5 boxes are going to be a hot box, which is a pretty good odds. But there are some negatives to Donruss Optic as well. And my big thing, and this is, I've noticed this a lot in 2020, the card quality from Panini this year has been spotty at best. And at times it's just downright bad. There are packs that have been miscut. There are packs that have been damaged. And that wasn't so prevalent in 2019, but it definitely is a thing this year. The quality control has just been not very good, so it's possible you get one of these boxes. I got a box earlier this year of Diamond Kings with an auto that didn't have an auto on it. And I have seen some damaged cards, and that has been consistent throughout every set, so be on the lookout for that. If you do get one, you can always reach out to Panini. They will try and fix it for you. The other negative, very high print run on this stuff, guys. It is mass produced. Everyone knows it. I also don't like that there's any relics, because and this is one that I think I hold against them a little bit, because it is kind of a take on their flagship set, the Donruss baseball set, which had plenty of relics, but they did not include any. Now, they didn't do it last year either, so it's not surprising. And then because we have, I think it's actually 66, not 61 rookie autos. Some of them are going to be duds. So some of these autos we pull out of there, they're going to be duds. They won't hold a ton of value. But I think overall, with the prospects and some of the Hall of Fame and veteran star autos, I don't think you're going to see too many total dud boxes. But there is a little bit of potential for that. And then personally for me, the Donruss design, I've sat with it for a little bit. This year's design, I'm not a huge fan of. Some people, I think, like it. I think at times it gets a little gimmicky, and I think it looks a little cheap, but that is my personal opinion. And then, of course, we also have no logos, so we have very predictable photography with a lot of people forward face batting or throwing, or the backs. You see a lot of backs of players with their head tilted to the side. So just the predictable photography, which in tops, of course, you get some of those very cool short print photos that just really elevate the look of a card, which Donruss, it just unfortunately can't do that because they can't use the logos. So, where does Donruss Optic land on our 1 cent sensational set rating? Well, like I said, we break it into 10 different categories, and you can see the categories on screen. So we'll just kind of start from the top. So the appeal on this, hey, look, everyone likes Chrome cards. There's very few people that are against Chrome. I think it's got good appeal. There's a couple people that are going to say no logos, then it's not for me. But overall, I think most people, if they see this sitting on shelves, they'll take a shot at it. So the appeal on this, I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8. The base checklist, it's got a ton of rookies. The stars that you can find in here, the veteran stars, definitely a strong checklist. So I'll go ahead and give that an 8 as well. The inserts, which typically I wouldn't rate this high, but I think because of the 2 ultra rare ones that they've included in this, I'm going to go ahead and give those an 8 as well. And then with the parallels and variations, look, Panini does one thing really good, and it is the parallels. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 9. My autograph checklist, because we have prospects, there's a little bit of filler in the rookie checklist, and there are in some of the optic signatures checklist as well. But because of the amount of prospects that they have in this, and because of the amount of Hall of Famers and the way they've kind of mixed some of this stuff in, I'll go ahead and give it a 7. Pack odds and production, all the way down at a 2. This is going to be a mass-produced set, guys. Everyone knows it, so just know that. I'll give it a 2. Card quality, I would love to give it higher. It is their chromium stock, but I am just nervous about Panini this year. Their quality control has been not very good. I would have loved to have given it a 6 or a 7, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a 5. Historical value on this, it kind of lands average within the way all these sets work. Keep in mind, it is the Chrome flagship set for Donruss, so it holds a little bit of value. Not worth a ton, but not bad either, especially if you get cards graded. We'll give that a 5. The artistic value, some of the subsets and the inserts are pretty good, but overall, I am not a huge fan of the Donruss design this year. But again, that's subjective. For me, I give it a 4. I could see where some people would maybe make it higher. But then cost value, I'm going to go ahead and put that all the way at an 8. Even the hobby buy-in on this stuff is pretty good. Pretty inexpensive set. Fun set to collect. It is going to hold a little bit of value, so I will give that an 8. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add all those scores up, and we're going to go ahead and give it a rating, a 1 to 5 star rating. So as we add these scores up, you guys can kind of see to the left over here our final score will tell if it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5-star set. If it is a 1-star set, obviously you just steer clear of that. Once we get into 3-star territory, that's kind of where you really want to start considering the set, and maybe start buying in. Anything below 2, I would probably recommend to stay away from. Once we get into 4-star, a very nice set, and then 5-star would just be a set for the ages. We have yet to have a 5-star set in 2020, but we do have a couple 4-star sets. So where does Donruss Optic fall? Well, our final rating is a 64. So not quite a 4-star product, but right on the cusp of it. If the pack odds were a little bit lower, and I could see it being a 4-star if you like the design on this, but overall a very, very cool set in regards to the fact that it has prospect autos. You've got everything from Luis Robert rookie autos. You've got basically every 2020 rookie you can chase in there. A lot of prospects you can chase, a ton of fun inserts, the Diamond Kings, all the different parallels. Gonna be a fun set overall. So I go ahead and give it a very, very good high 3-star rating, maybe even low 4-star rating. So that is where Donruss Optic falls for 2020. But where does Donruss Optic fall for all of the set rankings to date? Well, we only are going to include our top 10, but Donruss Optic comes in as our 8th overall set to date with a score of 63. Bowman Baseball still running away with it at 82. Panini Prism still at a 73, and Select at a 73. Top Series 1, Series 2, rounding out kind of that top 5. But I will say one thing. There's a video coming very soon, guys, that will change all of these rankings dramatically, because I am doing my mid-season set review, and there's a bunch of sets that have not been reviewed that I am going to put in to our rankings, so we have all of the sets ranked. So Donruss Optic right now sitting in an 8 at a good 63 score, so it kind of is falling right into our top 10. So you guys, let me know what you think about Donruss Optic. If you're getting into this, if you think you're going to stay away, steer clear, why you're going to get in or why you're going to stay away. If you haven't done so already, be sure to throw over to first, hit that like button for me. And if you like these set reviews, definitely hit the subscribe button, because we do them regularly. There's a ton of sets coming out. And this will be your definitive guide for all things that you need to know about all the sets that are coming out. So definitely hit that subscribe button. Definitely hit the notification bell so you can be the first to get these. We do tons of fun stuff on the channel. Things like card investing advice, breaks, and all sorts of things that you, if you are into collecting, that you will probably enjoy. So in the meantime, I hope you guys have a great time ripping in to the new Donruss Optic set. Be good to your friends, be good to your family, be good to your neighbors. Good luck on all of your pack rips, and until next time, take care.